Etienne, how are you, man?
Hello, Andrew.
It is a warm and blustery summer's day in Melbourne, and we're throwing a party
Yes, we are right now.
in here.
That's good.
We're going to go and launch a watch called Night Mode. Let's see what's up there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, thank you. Etienne Malec, you are in the house.
Yes, in Melbourne.
Can you believe it?
Yes, I can, actually.
You feel
I'm here. Yeah.
Part of you is here, part of you is still in Paris.
Yeah, still in Paris. A bit jet lag, but it's all right. It's cool.
So last night, I threw you a party. How was the vibe for you? Because we filled this room full of Baltic fans, Baltic watches everywhere.
Yeah.
Were you surprised? What was the vibe?
Very positive, for sure. People I never met before. It's an honor to be able to meet all those guys and having, fun time, drinking beers and watching the watch, Yeah, it's cool.
Watching the watch. Now, you've spent some time around some Aussies.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm going to do now?
Yeah.
Give me your best Australian accent.
Oh, wow. Well,
Give me at least a g'day, mate.
get up, mate.
Describe Baltic in 3 words.
It's watches for enthusiasts, vintage inspired, and affordable.
Done. Nailed. How many years have you been going?
It's been nearly 7 years now. Start to be quite a long journey now.
I've had you and Studio Underdog and Phil and Murray in the house. I want to start some fights between you. It all started in Australia. When did this beef begin? Because you know how Richard refers to you?
No.
And Andrea?
Well, we spoke about that last night with Andrea.
The old guys.
33 and old.
So let's give them a little spray back.
Yeah.
What have you got for them?
There is a funny guy bringing pizza here, and another one which is a very Andrea is a friend, so it's very cool to be able to share all those experiences with him. Yeah.
No beef. That's disappointing. I was hoping you'd go back harder. So those young punks. Tell me, you are connected to some, and you've been around the block, and the good thing about that is that you get to work with some great people in the industry. Tell me about the most famous person you've worked with in the watch industry.
I've been, able to meet one of my hero of the industry, which is Jean-Claude Biver and his son Pierre. So, bonjour Pierre, bonjour Jean-Claude. And it was cool because, I used to read all interviews and, well, I was pretty surprised that I was invited to their home to have dinner. So it's pretty cool. They have all their experiences. They're just, a fountain of knowledges. So it's quite insane to be able to share with them. So it's great. Yeah.
Etienne, how long did it take you to hit your Kickstarter target when it all began?
It was 2017, and I think it was something like 35 minutes at that point.
Wow.
So the first day we've done 300,000 euros. And we were looking, I think, for the first objective to 65. So yeah, that was definitely a good day. That I never expected.
So that was 300K in that opening one.
Yeah.
What's been, I love this question, what's been the most successful sales window yet?
That was the MR01. So that was insane because, I never actually could imagine that could be as successful as that. And I thank you all for that. Because for me, that was quite a bold move, bringing indexes, micro order. It's not, something that you expect to be high volume selling watch, actually. That was because we all designed, at Baltic, we design our watches just because we like them. And we wish that other people is going to like them in return. So we don't do something that might have an interest. That was the one, and nearly 3 million euros turnover in a few days.
That's a good day at the office.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want a day at the office like that.
Yeah.
We are in Australia. We are in Melbourne, and it is the Australian Open.
Yeah.
Novak, Nadal, and Federer. If Baltic, Phil and Murray and Studio Underdog are the Novak, Nadal, and Federer of the micro brand world, which one would you like to be? Which one do you think you are out of those 3?
The retired guy, which is Federer, So I'm the old one, so I'm going to pick Federer.
Okay. Yeah. Why?
I don't know. He's so stable. He doesn't have any, peaks. He's very calm. And yeah, I like his vibe, actually.
Yeah. And he's a nice person.
And yeah, did you ever meet him? I guess.
I flew from Melbourne to New York to interview him for 7 minutes.
Okay.
And then I was meant to fly home. But after the 7 minutes, he said, so what else are you doing in New York? I said, nothing. I'm going home now. Yeah. And he said, have you flown here to interview me for 7 minutes? And I said, yes. And he said to his PR, scratch the schedule. We're going to have as long as you would like to talk to me. If you've come here and you've agreed to come for 7 minutes of my time, you can have as much time as you want.
That's amazing.
And then I said to him, I was lost for words because I had to get all my questions signed off beforehand. So I didn't have any other questions written down. So I just had a brain fade, like this is my dream coming true. So I said, what are you wearing? And it was a new, old stock Rolex Daytona from his birth year that they took him into this vacuum sealed archive and said, you can choose any watch you like from your birth year.
Wow.
And he got a birth year Daytona.
Insane.
And he was wearing that and they gifted that to him on his birthday because he was such a good testimony for Rolex.
Yeah, sure.
So that's my story. And then he spoke very candidly about Rafael Nadal and how if Nadal had not have come up the same time as him, he said, I would not be in the record books. I would not have reached the heights I've reached. And he said, and then he got quite tearful and he said, I owe my success, at least half of my success to Nadal. Sure. And then he said, with Novak coming up, I couldn't be happier. So this is 15 years ago. He said, with Novak coming up, I feel that I'm going to get even more juice out of the lemon. So what a way to look at life. Bring on the best competition you can. Keep keeping me sharp. I love Roger Federer.
It's the perfect philosophy, you know.
You chose so well.
We have to be several to, you know, get better. So.
And this is why these three brands being here together is so special. Because I believe you've made each other better as well. Speaking of dreams coming true, if your dream comes true for Baltic, where are we in 5 years? Where is the brand?
I want Baltic to have a better visibility in, you know, other than enthusiast world, to be able to be exposed to, you know, people that don't know the watches. This is quite hard.
It's a hard bridge to cross.
Yeah, definitely. We like to be enthusiasts. We like to stay enthusiasts about watches, and we are. This has been the, you know, the roots of the energy we put into the brand. So the first objective is to be a little bit more broader audience, and also to be able to get a little bit deeper into, you know, innovation and try new things.
What is the biggest challenge you face to get to your dream of those things? What are the hardest things in the way?
We need to find, you know, a way to be exposed, a way to people to actually find what we do.
Now, what is the one thing that you want people to know about Baltic?
That is cool. That is just cool.
Cut. That's the best answer yet. But what is one bit of misinformation about the brand that you want to clear up?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think there is, you know, we've been always transparent about, you know, where all the components are made. But we need to overcome a little bit the fact that if it's not a Swiss brand, you know, it's something that might be a little bit apart, that might be a little bit worsened, you know, or diminishing quality or something like this. So we have to fight those cliches.
Etienne, we just walked into this party. Everyone's in here. It's quiet. And suddenly someone says, Etienne, choose a song to get this fucking party going. You got one shot. What are you going?
Kavinsky? Night Call?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Are you kidding me?
Why not?
That's the song that
That's the first that popped in my mind.
Are you serious? That was on when you walked in. That's crazy.
Hey, you just said that.
That's crazy. Okay. Well, we are on the same wavelength. That's a beautiful thing. So what is the skill? Because we have Richard Bank designer, Andrea Furlan designer, Etienne Malec not designer.
Yeah.
What is the skill that you bring that has made Baltic a household name to enthusiasts?
So I guess is, you know, being able to be chef d'orchestre a little bit, you know, like to be able to pull the string in the right spot through the right direction.
A conductor.
At least the one that I feel the right one, because, you know, we do a lot of mistakes. It's important to make them, but still we have to, you know, put the company into the right direction. And I feel I'm trying to make the best choices possible to go towards that.
Awesome. Baltic is a direct-to-consumer brand, mostly.
Yeah.
So why are you in the Time+Tide Watch Discovery Studio? Why did you choose us as a global retailer?
Yeah, because firstly, you know, you've been always a trustworthy partner with us. You know, you always communicate about the brand. And well, you know, there is one big issue with direct-to-consumer is that we are not here physically.
Yeah.
So sometimes there is misconception about watches that you cannot see because you don't have, I don't know, the proportion or something like this in mind. So you need to overcome that with trying the watch, basically. So sometimes it's important to have the watches in a place as well.
Now, what's different about, it is a question about us,
Yeah.
but what's different about Time+Tide to the other media in your eyes?
You. No, but I mean, you know, there is a good energy. It's simple, straight to the point, no
Bullshit.
bullshit. Yeah.
Don't find another word.
Sometimes, you know, yeah.
You've met some Australian watch fans now,
Yeah.
and I saw you with a crazy horde of Sydney Baltic fans the other day, or last night. They were just circling you. Is there anything different and unique about Australian watch fans?
Yeah, they're cool. I don't know. They're just open, you know, like very, you know, easy to interact with them. So yeah, very cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now tell me the thing that's most exciting that's coming down the pipe from Baltic. Tell me something special. What do you got coming that you can tell us about?
Something special. Other than a perpetual calendar that we are still working on, you know, to be able to open that to the public as well. We have two very cool projects coming this year. One I'm actually wearing on my wrist, which is called the Prismic.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's the one. This is the purple one. So this is a 36 millimeter 3-handers dress watch on a mesh integrated band.
I have to say, I saw the renders of this watch.
Yeah.
Do not even think you're 5% of the way to experiencing this watch when you see pictures in 2D. This watch is freaking unbelievable.
Very cool.
Disco Volante?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little
definitely.
bit of that vibe, but
Yeah.
it is lush.
It's very cool. It's different. This
Yeah.
is something very different we've actually done before because usually, you know, we are very obsessed with the fact that all our collection need to be coherent. They need to be aligned and they need to be clear between all the collections. So we got the same shape of case in which you can put a bracelet or another from our collection without having to buy another one, you know, because they fit. Here it's going to be different. In terms of design, it's something else. Yeah, that's something we wanted to try. So hope it's going to be, you know, well received as well. So yeah.
You've discovered that there's a Time+Tide team here.
Yeah.
What is your take on my amazing team? Like, you've had to deal with them, you've done the event with them. What are they like?
Awesome. I see that you are surrounded by quite a lot of people now in Time+Tide, and I think 10 years means a lot for you guys. So it's awesome to be here, to be able to meet everyone in person, because usually, you know, it's on WhatsApp from far.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely very cool to be here.
Awesome. Yeah. Last question before we get into the watch that we did together is this space. How would you describe the Time+Tide Watch Discovery Studio as someone that's never seen it?
Very cool space, very spacious with a lot of different brands. I think it's very cozy and definitely you can have a good time trying different watches here. So,
and there's plenty in Baltic. So
yeah,
this is truly the dream. Now, there's a little ticking thing between us right now. And it's not our love for each other. Yeah. It is this watch here.
Yeah.
How did this Hermetic Night Mode come together? I think I came up with the name.
Yeah.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I can't remember anymore.
Night Mode.
But yeah. I love this name because it
fits perfectly. So
it is truly like, you know how there's dark mode on your phone? You can take a standard Hermetic and just flick the button to the side and this is what you get.
Yes.
Talk me through it.
So it's based on the Hermetic collection that we've done last October. This is the same one with the black dial that we haven't done because we wanted to have some colors. And I think this is very the stealth mode of that watch into that one. What is better than a black military watch inspired on your wrist?
Nothing.
I mean, for a cool day, you know, it brings something quite special and simple as well.
Very well.
Yeah.
There are some details of this watch I want to bring your attention to. And they are so nuanced and so hidden in this watch. You know, when there's a box crystal, sometimes it casts a prism, which becomes a circle on the dial. But it's not that. Yeah. There's actually a mirror ring that is, how wide is it? Is it like 1 millimeter, less than?
I would say less, maybe half a millimeter.
Half a millimeter thin, a filament of a mirrored ring inside this dial. You need to tell people why you bothered to do that, because this watch is complete without it.
First reason is we love the sector dial. There is something unique in the way you read the time with the sector dial. It's clear.
Segmented. You can see which quadrant you're in.
Yeah. So this is definitely something that we wanted to keep with that one. Although we wanted to bring details, new details into that dial. So the two new details are indeed this sector shiny one in metal that we put into it because it brings reflection, it brings something a little bit shiny on a matte dial.
Catches your eye.
Yes.
Yep. The other two details are this insane, blocky superluminova. How sexy is this? The light this thing throws out, the fact that when the light comes across it, it casts a little shadow on the other side of the numeral or the indice. What's going on with this insane, was it CX30 superluminova? Yeah.
It's about creating shadows and reflection, because the dial for me is all about reflection. This is actually why we've done that sector in metal, and we've added those Lumcast, Lumplot in 3D, because it gives a sense of depth that you don't see often on a watch, and I feel this is very important to have a very, intense sense of detail into the dial and the case.
Love it.
Yeah.
Last one is a very obvious one. Where's the crown? I keep looking at this thinking, where is that crown?
It disappeared.
Would you call it integrated, recessed? There's a recessed crown.
Yeah, we say both actually, recessed or integrated. Really integrated is just into the case, and it makes the watch the most comfortable I ever, experienced before.
Etienne, look, people have strange dreams. People have fantasy dreams. And one of mine, I could have used it on something much more exciting. I used it on imagining that Baltic would one day come to Australia. It's come true.
Here we are.
And here we are. I just want to thank you again.
Yeah.
We had a party last night. There was a party today. Baltic and Australia, we have a long and exciting future together, don't we?
We'll come back for sure.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Cheers.
We're out.
Bye-bye.